What's up, guys? It's Bobgar and Melissa.
Hello.
We are here to do a wrap up for the week of the $10 Gauntlet. We have now played 16 matches total, I believe. This is week 4. So we did the first round is completed. The first losers bracket round is also completed. So we had our first 4 eliminations last week. That was Blue Black Delver, White Green Lifelink Aggro, Kiki Jiki, and Mono White Death and Taxes are now eliminated. And this week we had the second round of the winners bracket. So it was Blue White Flicker versus Blue White Humans, and Blue White Flicker came out victorious. White Knights versus Thopter Sword Combo. Thopter Sword Combo won that one. Red Green Land Destruction versus See the Unwritten. Red Green Land Destruction came out on top. And Red Deck wins versus Living End, where Red Deck wins came out victorious. I don't know, I'm running out of adjectives to use. I feel a little silly running through everything. But that's a recap of the last week. And we're going to talk a little bit about the matches, how we think they went, whether any of them surprised us. And we guess we're going to start from the top and work our way down. What did you think of Blue White Flicker versus Blue White Humans?
I hate Flicker.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that you hate that deck before. So, any thoughts in particular?
No, I'm very upset.
You just hate Flicker?
I do.
Fair enough. So, I mean, this was an interesting one to me because before we played any matches, the first matchup we played just for fun was literally Blue White Flicker versus Blue White Humans. You wanted to test out how to do things on Magic Online. The first match you ever played.
Used it before.
Yep, the first match you ever played was Blue White Humans versus Blue White Flicker, and you beat me with Blue White Humans 2 games in a row. Wasn't close.
No, yeah.
And then we played it again, and before this actual match.
Do you know what the main difference was, though?
Why you beat me so badly?
You didn't play for Reflector Mages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in the deck. I just didn't get them.
Yeah.
Well, I think, honestly, the Reflector Mages aren't even that big a deal. I think what I didn't get...
I don't know. They felt like a pretty big deal.
I mean, they are a big deal. But I think what I didn't get were Wall of Omens and Thaven Inspectors.
Oh, yeah.
And they just slow your deck down too much, I think.
The Wall of Omens do, because it takes too long to build
especially
up.
the Wall of Omens. Yeah. So that was the first time we played. And the second time we played, Blue White Flicker did eke it out, but it was like super close. It went to 3 games. It looked like Blue White Flicker was going to lose, and it like held on with 1 or 2 life and came back. And so I was like, well, Humans had 1 dominating finish, and then Blue White Flicker had 1 totally non-impressive finish. Blue White Humans will probably win the matchup when we do it again on camera. And then we did it.
So full of lies.
Then we did it on camera, and Blue White Flicker looked pretty dominant, honestly. Like, if it gets down Wall of Omens, it's a little hard for little weenie aggro decks to do it.
I mean, it can get rid of the Wall of Omens, but it takes a little too long. And by then, you've already built up stuff to Flicker.
Yeah,
so. And
like you said, Reflector Mage is especially good in this matchup because the humans really, I mean, they have 2 creatures in Champion of the Parish and Thalia's Lieutenant. I also think you didn't draw Thalia's Lieutenant, which is one of the best creatures in the deck. But
yeah,
both of those guys rely on getting counters over time as you play more humans and get to be huge threats that are just really hard to stop. And that doesn't happen against the Flicker deck because they just put in Reflector Mages and blink the Reflector Mages and keep returning those guys to hand so they can never get big. So I think that hurts the deck in the matchup a lot, especially on Champion of the Parish. I mean, Thalia's Lieutenant gives everybody a +1/+1 counter, so it's a little harder to stop as much, but
those are so good in the right instance. You just play that and you're like,
it's pretty good. So yeah, that one surprised me, but I thought it was gonna be close.
I hate Flicker, and I knew it was gonna win.
Yeah. Well, I think did you really? I thought you.
Yeah, because I don't like it, and it's like, well, that one's gonna win.
It was the 4-1 deck, so it was higher seeded. I think in the match I played, I said they were both 4-1. That was incorrect. Humans was only 3-2. But yeah, I mean, they're both pretty strong, but yeah, obviously Flicker managed to take it. Then the other sad matchup, at least for you, I think.
I am on suicide watch now.
Yeah, I know. That's not actually true. But White Knights versus Thopter Sword combo.
Yeah.
This seemed unwinnable for Knights.
Yeah, no.
I thought Knights might be fast enough. But
they almost.
In the 2 games we played, they just weren't fast enough.
No.
I mean, the first game, I just had the combo in hand with the Thopter Sword deck, and if you get the combo with it, especially pre-board where Knights has nothing to answer it because all of their hate for it are in the sideboard, this is not a lot it can do. Because even if you can only put down 2 or 3 chump blockers a turn, Knights just doesn't have any trample, and it doesn't go very wide. The only thing it has that goes a little bit wide is Hero Bladehold.
Yeah, I mean, Thopter has the wipes.
Yep.
Which they do. If you get 2 of those 1 Knights out, they're indestructible. But I mean, it's a little tricky. Yeah.
You never got to. You never got.
So it does have an answer, but it's a little tricky. A little too tricky.
Yep. Well, even just having 1 Knight out gives everybody else indestructible. So if I try to wipe, it'll kill just that Knight. But
I think that happened.
Yeah. Well, I think you had a bad draw because you had a bunch of Thalias on 3-bin Inspectors rather. Which aren't technically Knights.
Those aren't Knights.
They're the one non-Knight in the deck. Just because I
played it and went, wait a minute.
It's like, I need 1-drops in this Knights deck. What do I put in? And I was like, oh, that'll help reach into the mid game a little bit. It's a good blocker. You can do a little damage, especially if you get a couple of the +1/+1 to all your creatures in play. And I still think they're pretty good, but
hot garbage.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what Knight you play instead. All the 1-drop Knights are terrible except for Student of Warfare. So
more Students of Warfare.
Yeah, just get on 8.
Yeah, just run 8 of them.
That'd be good. So that ended up being hard. And game 2 was really close. I think I top decked a sweeper right when I needed it. I mean, I might have won anyway, but I just remember I was like, I had to blow a lot of my guys to block all yours. I went down to like 3 or 4 life, and you had Hero Bladehold online, so that was like pumping out a lot of guys for you. And I had to almost all my guys had to be on chump block duty every turn. But then I top decked the sweeper, and I just swept all your guys and made 5. And then I was like, well, that's pretty much over.
Yeah.
So that's the way that one went down. I don't think I'm that surprised after how Thopter Swords kind of match against white-green lifelink went. I just think it's a very good deck against a lot of these $10 decks are like aggro decks, but they're like aggro decks that are turned slow because they're doing something interesting. And that thing that makes them do something slow and interesting beats a lot of other creature decks. So, like, Knights has First Strike. That makes it really hard for a lot of other creature decks to beat them.
Yep.
But Thopter Sword combo doesn't give a crap.
No.
Or an F word that I didn't want to say.
Swearing.
The same was true with the Lifelink deck. The Lifelink deck was like, we'll make one really big guy, but he can't get through the blockers. I mean, it did have a little trample, but it had kind of the same problem where it's just like, it didn't match up it's not quite fast enough, and it didn't match up that well. So, that's how that one went.
Now that we're nearing the end, I'm going to start the trash talking.
Trash talking?
Yeah. I'm going to play Thopter Sword combo.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to stomp you into the dirt.
I actually think Thopter Sword combo will probably win that match.
I hate Flicker!
Just because, like, what does Flicker do? It just, like, waits till turn 10. It's like, maybe I play 1 creature now, and you're just going to be like, I have a million Thopters. What do you do?
I refuse to play the Flicker deck.
Yeah, I like the Flicker deck, but I don't think it'll beat Thopter Sword combo.
No, it won't.
I mean, it's hard. Like, most of these decks have, like, 2 or 3 sideboard slots that are good against Thopter Sword combo, but nothing main board, and they don't have, like, the Stony Silence or any of the really hardcore things to stop it because those are expensive. And then Red-Green Lane Destruction versus See the Unwritten. I knew this was going to be bad coming in. This one was pretty rough.
I don't know, it seemed alright to me.
I was actually really happy. So we did a practice match of this specific matchup even. We were like, well, let's do a practice match. You know what, let's just do this one. And we did it because Melissa had never played the Green-Red Lane Destruction deck and wanted to give her a chance to, like, try it. Like,
yeah.
I
didn't know half the cards in it either.
Right. There's not that much complicated with it, but things like, how do you specifically have to click on things to get Goblin Dark Dwellers to cast the card correctly? It's like,
yeah,
it's not hard.
Obnoxious.
It's not hard, but if you've never done it and you're trying to do it like in a match, it's gonna be
some of the things that you have to do on Magic Online.
Yeah, they just make things slightly awkward. It's hard.
Just
like,
weird. That you would never have to do in person.
Yeah, well, a lot of them there's no better way to do it because
you
need to be explicit. And it's just in person it's very easy to be explicit. You just like point to things and say things, and the other person understands you, but on Magic Online, it's a little trickier to be as explicit.
Well, I think it's hard because
part of the reason it's hard to make Magic Online as flashy as something like Hearthstone. There's a little bit more complexity to it.
Yeah, but sometimes boxes will just pop up, and I'm just staring at it like, what do you want from me? Like, I don't know what you want from me, and then I click it, and then it's like, oh, I have to click on something else.
Yeah.
It's like, just tell me what to do, game. I don't understand why a box just popped up for no reason.
But anyway, so we did that. We did a practice match of that, and in the practice match, it was even worse. Like, it was not a 2-1. It was a 2-0 and not even a close 2-0. You know, in the actual games, obviously, See the Unwritten got blown out pretty hard. But I was actually really happy that I got at least one game to really show what See the Unwritten wants to do. Like,
it happened very quickly, too.
Yeah. Game 2 was pretty pretty strong from See the Unwritten. And I mean, obviously it has a chance if it gets its mana dorks and not its lands, because it's a much lower chance that she's going to have like a Pyroclasm or a Lightning Bolt. So that worked out really well, and obviously I got to have a 14/14 trample on board and swing through, and it was a lot of fun. So
I get rid of lands, not creatures. What do I do?
See the Unwritten is one of my favorite decks, so I'm sorry to see it drop to the losers bracket.
Yeah, it might.
No, it won't. So this is the funny thing.
It won't?
It just went from playing against Red-Green Land Destruction. What is it playing against in the losers bracket?
Oh, jeez.
Land Destruction Reanimator.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny. I think it's out of the tournament, but we'll see. It could still win that. Land Destruction Reanimator is a little slower. Its creatures match up a little better, but yeah, it's a little slower, so it's possible that See the Unwritten will be able to get off a couple big threats in time. So
ooh, I think we're not talking about that yet, so
yeah.
I won't get there yet.
I think it's not likely. Anyway, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. And I guess you want to say anything else about the Land Destruction versus See the Unwritten?
The one card where you destroy their land and then you go get a forest is pretty good.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Mulvani Acid Moss or something like that.
I don't know.
I like that one. Were you laughing maniacally throughout that whole game? I kind of felt like you probably were.
No, it feels like incredibly cruel to be like, you get rid of land and I go get what I need.
that last game, that last turn, I was just like zooming over Pelucanos and then zooming over your guy. I was like, come on, Pelucanos, you can take him. Pelucanos died. Very sad, Pelucanos. My big plan was I was going to, if I could get back up to 3 mana, which would have required me top decking a land, this is the reason I didn't try to block him the first time, I could have monstrous Pelucanos for 1, which would have made him a 6/6, and then I could block your guy once. And they would kill each other, and then I'd still lose, but it would take a little longer.
Oh, and the big 6/6 guy is pretty good.
Yeah, he's underrated. I think he's pretty swell guy. All right, and then the last match, Red Deck wins versus Living End. We talked about this one last week, obviously, or 2 weeks ago when we did this last, and I think both of us thought Red Deck wins would be pretty favored here.
Yeah.
And Red Deck wins won.
It's just so straightforward in what it does.
Yep.
It's just...
I was pretty impressed with Living End. It did get, especially game 1 is the one it won, and it got out to a very fast start. I was like, should I actually go off here? It's only turn. I only have 2 things in my graveyard, but it's like, the answer is yes. She has a lot of trouble just killing a 4/4.
Yep. That's a tricky one.
I got a 5/1 with haste that instantly did 5 damage, and suddenly her first 2 burn spells were pretty much negated. So it's like, I mean, Living End, it didn't just roll over or anything, but yeah, it's pretty hard.
I think the fact that when we sideboarded, I got my Tormont's Crypts
those are
a lot.
Yeah, you got 3 in 2 games, so it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I only went 3 in the sideboard, so it's a little.
I got 2 in 1 game.
Yeah, you got 2 in game 3. I think.
I mean that helps a lot.
A little unlikely, but I still think Red Deck Wins was probably the favorite to win that anyway. But yeah, it was a little closer than I expected. Actually, I thought Red Deck Wins was just going to run over Living End, and Living End put up a pretty good fight. So I was relatively happy with that.
It's a pretty good deck, so I'm not surprised it put up a good fight.
And I guess now we talk about the losers bracket. This is what we're going to be playing, not next week because Melissa, or not this weekend, I guess. We're not going to get posted next week because Melissa has another horse show this weekend, big 3-day horse show.
It's the second to last one.
It's the last one for this group, right?
For this what are they called? Club.
Yeah, thing.
Yeah.
Association.
Yeah.
And then the last one is at a big fair, which I'm probably going to go to and pick out on food. If I come back and look twice as fat, that's probably why.
Because we ate all the fair food.
I'm just going to eat only fried Oreos for days.
I know. When I go, I save up good girl points for that. For the fair, I'm like...
We didn't do a good job saving up today.
I'm going to eat nothing but salads until the fair comes around.
We went out and got ice cream today, but we'll just buy only salad the week before.
Oh my god, I'm going to be so ready.
But I think not this weekend she has a show, but next weekend she doesn't. She'll probably record the losers bracket next weekend. And let's go through those games real quick. Living End versus Elves.
I hate Elves, and I hope Living End wins.
Which side do you want to play?
Oh my god. I don't want to be Elves.
You can play Living End. I'll have to teach you how to play it.
Yeah.
But I have to teach you how to play either, I guess. You don't know how to play either of them, really. Not that they're
Elves?
hard, but I mean...
I think I understand Living End. I've seen you play it a lot.
I said neither of them are very hard. They're both pretty straightforward. The hardest thing with Living End might be knowing what a good keep is. But
yeah, that's probably... Well, that's kind of true for most
Practice
things.
it once and you'll be fine. I think Living End probably has the edge. It's
Sick of elves.
It's against the creature deck, and that creature deck is very susceptible to sweepers. I mean, Living End will usually go off by turn 4, I think. You know?
Yeah.
And this version of elves usually wins on turn 4. So as long as Living End can go off by turn 4 and reset elves board, I think Living End is going to win this matchup. Any more opinions on that?
I don't like elves.
Okay. I don't think you need to say that some more. I don't think people got that.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it was clear.
Specifically, which elf don't you like?
Most of them.
Where did the elf touch you, Melissa?
Oh.
No, yeah, I love elves, but I think that's part of the reason you hate them. It's like you have to play against them, and you're like, they're so annoying. They're like lice or something. They just multiply and get everywhere.
I feel, here's what it's like to play against elves. It's like you take your turn and like you put down a creature, right? And then your opponent takes a turn for like 10 minutes and just makes like 5 creatures on like turn 2. And you're like, I don't even know what the hell just happened. This is too much.
No, I understand.
And you're like, I'm just, my next turn's going to be 2 seconds because I'm just going to play another creature and you're going to take another 10-minute turn.
So I already talked about it a little bit, but now see the Unwritten versus Land Destruction Reanimator.
Come on, see the Unwritten, you can do it.
I don't really get it as a chance. Both of
Does
these.
Land Destruction Reanimator have as much land destruction in it as the other one does?
It has. In some ways, it has more. In some ways, it has less.
I didn't play that one, did I?
No, I don't think you played it. You played against it. It has Woodfall Primus and Ashen Rider that I can trigger twice on turn 3 with Goryo's Footsteps with the Goryo.
Yeah.
So if it gets this good draw, it goes, turn 3, destroy 2 lands. But it doesn't always get that draw.
No, I'm remembering it now.
It also runs some Terastodons, which are one spell, destroy 3 lands. So in some ways, I mean, it has a higher upside of destroying lands.
It's not just lands, it can get other things.
That's true.
If you needed it to.
But yeah, I think it has the advantage, but see the Unwritten is pretty quick, and a lot of times the Land Destruction Reanimator doesn't get going until turn 4 or 5 just because of slightly awkward draws, or it just fizzles completely. And if either of those are the case, I think See the Unwritten could easily win just because it puts so much power onto the board so quickly if it gets going. So I think it'll be relatively interesting, but I would give the nod to Land Destruction Reanimator for the same reason I gave the nod to Red-Green Land Destruction. Just Land Destruction is good against decks that run, Nykthos and land enchantments and things. So I think it's going to be a rough one for it. Do you have anything else to say about that one?
Nope.
Okay. Knights versus Angel Reanimator.
I have a feeling this one's going to be close.
I think it will be too. I think they're both kind of turn 4 decks.
Here's what I think what's going to happen is I think Knights are going to squeak the deck down really low, and then I think Angel Reanimator might just get its combo and then win.
I think Game 1, Angel Reanimator has a slim advantage, and then Games 2 and 3, it has a relative, well, not slim, kind of medium disadvantage, because Knights will get its graveyard hate from its sideboard. So I think that's the biggest change, I guess. I think Knights
Does the Knights have that guy that destroys black creatures?
I don't think so.
Is that guy a Knight? Oh no, I'm blanking
I don't think
now.
I don't think that guy's a Knight, but I could be wrong. I think I know the one you're talking about. You're talking about
you tap him and you kill a target black.
Tap him and you kill a black creature. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about the 3-pip one that comes into play.
This is modern. He might not be modern.
Well, he's not in the Knight's deck. So
okay, never mind.
He's definitely not.
It's not a very good card, but I mean,
I actually not even sure it would be that good against this matchup. You really need to attack the graveyard or have instants to interact, and I don't think Knights has either of those except in the sideboard. It has by 2 or 3 Tormod scripts, I think. So sideboarded games, I think Knights have the advantage, and I think they're probably going to have the advantage overall just because sideboarded games are 2 of the 3, and I think it's pretty close even non-sideboarded. I mean, it's a 4-1 deck versus a 1-4 deck. So any more thoughts on that?
No.
Okay. Humans versus vampires.
It's just like real life.
Who do you think has this one?
Everybody wants to be a vampire.
Do you think they'll win?
I think this one's gonna be real close.
Yeah. I kind of want vampires to win, but I like both the decks a lot. But it's hard to not love vampires.
I think vampires might win because they have flying.
Yep. I think they have a little bit more over-the-top threat. Like, Nocturnus and Bloodline Keeper 4-drops. I don't even know if the Humans deck runs any 4-drops. Human's deck is a lot faster, but I think vampires might be able to stabilize. They do have a few lifelink creatures. I'm hoping for. I'm kind of rooting for vampires, but I could see either winning. I think I would give vampires a slight edge, even though they don't have the record to back that up.
Yeah, I think once they get flying, that's the end.
Yeah.
I'm not sure exactly what's in there for removal. Are there condemns in there or anything?
For humans, I think there might be, but I think if there are, they're only in the sideboard. I mean, I can bring it up if you want. It'll probably take a little while. They certainly have like Banisher Priest and things like that.
Yeah, but if you're playing against black, you don't want creatures. You want like exile, get this shit out of here.
That's true.
Oh, I swore. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I don't think we're gonna get demonetized for me saying the S word.
Stupid.
Or whatever you said.
Oh, I said shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I said it twice now.
Yeah, you're ruining everything.
Oh no.
No, but yeah, I think I don't know. I think it could be close, but my heart says vampires.
I mean, vampires hurts itself a little bit too. It's hard to say. It could go either way. It might just depend on their hands. I mean, they're both tribal decks. They kind of do the same thing. I think the flying's going to give it an advantage. I mean, the humans does have Reflector Mage in it. I mean, but, you know, black shouldn't have a hard time getting rid of creatures. So I would put it on vampires, but I'm not totally sure which one.
4 main deck removals.
Yeah. 4
Victim of Nights, I believe. Alright, so I guess that's our breakdown of next week and last week. And do you have a favorite to win the whole tournament right now?
I don't know what deck would beat red deck wins.
It's a good question. Top 3 Sword combo has an okay shot, but it might be too slow. Because it has a bunch of... Because every time it makes a token, it also gains a life.
Because I played against red deck wins once, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I played it, and it was like, oh my god, this deck is insane.
You think it's too good? I think...
what? Okay, so you played against Flicker. It's going to win against Flicker. Thopter Sword combo's got a chance. I think it's gonna stomp this other one into the dirt.
I think so too, although it does depend, but I mostly agree. It does run a little light on land, so red green land destruction destroys a few, but I think it's unlikely.
I think you can.
You just burn them out.
You need 3 like maximum land.
Yeah, minimum. You need 3 to. In red deck ones you need 3 max. Yeah, you don't need that many to operate.
No. So, I mean, land destruction would literally have to keep you at no land to really screw you over.
Yeah, and then you could always just top deck one. And it's just, I agree. I think red-green land destruction is a little too slow. I mean, there's going to be somebody that comes out of the loser's bracket to challenge whatever comes out of the winner's bracket too. That's what happens at the very end. But, yeah, I agree. I think red deck wins probably the favorite from the whole tournament, but Thopter Sword combo has been making a pretty good argument. It's been wrecking through its matchups pretty well.
Also, I understand how all this bracket stuff works now. I didn't understand that this one came down here.
Yep. Yeah, the first loss, you get moved to the second bracket, and then you have to play through the second bracket until, like, this is loser of this one. Play through the second bracket until you get all the way to the end.
No, I get that now, but I was a little confused at first.
Yep.
I was like, I don't know why there were extra blanks there.
Oh, I see.
And I was like, I'm not even gonna ask. I'll figure it out later.
It's okay. Yep, that's how it works.
But this one doesn't fight this one.
Yeah, it does.
Why would you do that?
The winner of this, the winner of the losers bracket goes to play here. Winner of losers bracket, and then this is if necessary. So
okay.
So the winner of the
person
losers...
who wins this one isn't the winner.
No, the person who wins this one has to play against the winner of the losers bracket. And if they win their first match against them, they win the thing. And if they lose their first match against them, there's one final match where it's a winner-take-all. Because you have to lose twice to be out of the tournament.
What happens when they win?
What do you mean?
Do we have to bake cake or something?
Yeah. I have to buy the deck in real life. And then...
bake it into a cake.
Oh, I was going to say do a giveaway for it.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true. Probably not. Maybe I'll edit that part out because I'm not convinced that's going to happen.
We'll mail you a piece of cake. I got a bunch.
I didn't think this through. What am I doing?
I got a bunch of manga, so we can mail one to someone.
We will do a live action role play of the deck.
No!
Dressed as cards from the deck.
I'm not doing that.
Oh. Why not?
Because
we've done way more embarrassing things than that. I'm just gonna post our old footage from the Pauper tournament we did.
Oh my god! Don't do that.
No, like what do we? I don't know. I don't know what we'll do with that deck. My thought was I'm going to have a second season of this once I do 16 more 10-ticket decks. And then that's going to have another tournament like this that will get played through.
And that one has to defend its championship?
And then after that, the top 4 or so from each of the seasons will go at it or something. It'll be like an 8.
Oh, I see.
Like a single elimination 8 bracket of the. I wasn't sure to do it after 2 seasons or after 4 seasons, but I was thinking something like that could be cool.
How come there's a losers bracket? Because they don't do that in Magic the Gathering.
It's just a way to do tournaments. I thought it'd be good. You should send Bobgar the Barbarian a message and let him know that you would prefer next time he does one of these tournaments that he instead has a Swiss round with single elimination cut to the top 8, if that's what you want.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying. I've never seen this before. I understand the other one.
I've done this in other Magic the Gathering tournaments, but only community run ones.
Oh.
But it's just a common way to do tournaments.
Is it so the people in the losers bracket feel better?
It's mostly so that there's already a lot of variance in Magic, and it's easy to lose 1 match due to variance, and it's harder to lose 2 matches due to variance. So it gives decks a second chance.
Yeah, but is it fair that the person who wins down here gets to fight the person who didn't lose anything?
Yeah, because they get 2 chances. Did you understand that?
Well, I just feel like if you never lost and then you went up against the loser and then you lost, I'd be a little pissed.
Right, you'd have to lose twice, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
What
so the winner of the losers bracket is here, which the person who loses this comes down here. But anyway, so this person goes to here, but he plays against the winner of the winner's bracket.
So this person already won.
Right. And so these 2 face, and then if the winner's bracket person wins, that's the last match.
Okay.
If the winner's bracket person loses, he kind of goes to the loser's bracket, and then they have to
it out again.
Those 2 same decks have to play again because that winner hadn't lost twice yet.
And then what if they?
So the loser's bracket person can
loses again. Do you do it again and just keeps going back and forth?
No. It's just the way you lose out of the tournament is by losing 2 matches. Period.
Okay.
So the winner of the losers bracket,
like that, it makes a lot more sense now.
The winner of the losers bracket only has 1 match left to lose when he goes up here. Okay. But the winner of the winners bracket has 2 matches left to lose. That's why you can have that extra match. That's how it works.
I understand.
So it's whoever loses twice first is out. You just have 2 lives.
Okay, now the losers bracket makes more sense.
It's a tournament where you have 2 lives. That's the idea.
Yeah, okay. This all makes more sense now.
It is a little confusing. I understand the confusion, especially the way this picture looks with like loser of 23s. Like you have to map these things out all the fuck over the place. Well, all over the place is what I meant to say with no swear word in the middle. Sorry. This is going to be like a 20-minute video where we ramble. It's okay.
You explained to me the bracket after we
Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. No, sorry. What?
I said half of it was you explaining to me the brackets.
That's true.
It's
good to understand it, though.
In my defense, I've never played a sport where there was like a bracket system.
I wasn't complaining about it. I think it's confusing, too. I happen to know it. That's the only reason I know it.
When you ride horses, you just go into the ring and you earn points. And then at the end of the year, you get stuff. I bet they probably have things like that in Magic where you just gain points.
I bet they would have a tournament, a thing like this for jousting.
Yes.
But
I bet they'd have something like this for barrel racing.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Actually, yeah, maybe.
But a lot of times they wouldn't have double elimination. I like it for Magic because the variance
whoever gets the fastest time, and then the other person would just be out.
The variance is pretty high in Magic, so I like doing double elimination. But I don't know.
You should put in barrel racing footage. It's pretty exciting.
In the middle of
just right in the
us
middle.
Talking about this, or just in the middle of our matches.
Melissa insisted there was some barrel racing.
I'll just put that video of you washing your horse in the middle of one of the videos.
It's pretty cute.
Yeah, it's pretty good. All right. So I think that's it.
I ran out of things to talk about.
Do you have anything else Magic related to say? Not
Magic related?
Not horse racing, barrel racing related.
Whoop 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 whoop. This is Anubis.
That's not Magic related, Melissa.
Oh.
It's not Magic related.
Oh, no.
No, you should tell people that you love them and tell them goodbye and stuff.
Bye, everybody. And I love you very much, apparently. And play Fire Emblem Heroes.
Oh, do you want to plug your YouTube channel? I guess that's something you could do.
I have a crummy YouTube channel where I play Fire Emblem Heroes, but I don't talk because I don't have a personality.
As you can tell, Melissa has very high self-esteem. She's an outgoing, self-assured person. Oh my goodness. You're so silly. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
Nailed it!
Nailed it! This is the worst one ever. I'm just not going to edit this one at all. I just put it straight up. People are going to be like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Hey guys, BobGar here. I just really wanted to quickly say, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you enjoy my content in general and would like to see more of it, subscribe. I'll be coming out with more content in the future. And please leave me comments and let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, both in terms of production and in terms of my play and my deck building and all that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.